The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 and don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to it. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday morning to everybody. I hope everybody's doing great. We're up, we're at it, we're doing our thing. Yo, who's up this morning and outworking everybody in the industry? That's right, that's us, baby. We're up, we're at it. We're setting this market, looking at this market, seeing what the hell's going on today. It is definitely a Wednesday, and we're up, we're at it, we're doing our thing, man. Everything looks like it's lining up for the comeback, baby. We're lining up for the comeback, man. So, man, we are up, we're at it. Like what I'm seeing out of the market. Good morning, Glenn. Good morning to you, my brother. Grand Rising. Yeah, good morning. Good morning, brother. Good morning to Junior. The Junior's in the building. Good morning. What is up, Selmo? Good morning, my brother. Morning, man. It's Wednesday, man. It's Wednesday. We're doing our thing, man. Good morning to you, my brother. Good morning. Yo, everybody like the stream, man. Like the stream. Let's do our thing. Curtis, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well today too, Curtis. Good morning. Man, Curtis in the building. Got a lot of stuff going over, man. I like where we're at right now, man. I really do. We're gonna get into it though. We're gonna get into it. RJ. RJ. Yes. Morning, brother. Morning. It's Wednesday, man. We are up, man. We're doing our thing, man. We are definitely gonna get into this market, man. Selbo, man, what is up, man? I'm freaking burning up over here, man. Hot as hell over here where we're at. I ain't complaining about it though. The heat, boy, the humidity's a motherfucker, man. But yo, we ain't complaining. We've been so living in the cold and the rain for so long, yo, and can't complain about it. Can't complain about it at all. So, definitely going to do what we do this morning. I got something flashing at me over here, guys. So it's kind of distracted me a little bit. Let me see what it is and make sure that we're good over here. Something flashing. Just want to make sure we ain't gonna get cut off. Hold on 1 second. All right, there we go. I think we got it. I think we're good, man. Let's go ahead, man. Let's get up. Let's get after. Let's get into this thing. What do we got going on over here, baby? Pie is up. Pie is killing it. Pie's killing it this morning. I seen that this morning. Junior Pie is absolutely smoking it this morning, man. So yeah, I like where Pie's at. Pie's making a comeback, man. I think, as long as Pie gets listed on some bigger exchanges, I think Pie's gonna do just fine. All right, thanks, Curtis. Yeah, I just had something flashing on me, man. So I wanted to make sure because last time I had a couple other times I had stuff flashing from StreamYard. The stream ended up getting all jacked up. So I just had to make sure. But yo, let's get it. Let's get after it. Let's go. Gold prices. Gold's up. That's a good thing for crypto. Gold's up. That means risk on. That means people are people are trading good. Oil, got pounded, man. Oil got pounded for 2 days. Starting to come back up a little bit today. So not too bad. Bonds, they're kind of struggling right now. The world's debt sits in these bonds. They're struggling right now. Hey, it's all good over there. Asian markets look good. They look really. They traded really good last night. European markets woke up this morning. They're not trading so well. Definitely in the red right now. Not trading too well right now. So we'll see how the European markets start to come in as the morning goes on. United States pre-markets got the Dow Jones in red, but the S&P and the Nasdaq are sitting in the green pretty good. But look at the S&P 500 futures are little changed, but these bad boys, they're trying to hit all-time highs. So think about everything that we got going on in the world right now. In the S&P, the S&Ps are trying to hit new all-time highs. Listen, the stock market is completely unfazed by what's going on out here in the world, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing for crypto. That's a good thing for tech stocks. That's a good thing for every risk on asset, that these things are a little unchanged and trying to hit all-time highs. So we like what we're seeing right here. Bring you guys attention to a couple things right here though. So eToro, you guys know about eToro. That's the exchange over there that does a lot of cryptocurrency trading. They're killing it right now. They launched on the stock market about a month ago at about $30, sitting at 60, 63 right now. But Circle, let's take a look at Circle. Because I think this is you guys will understand where I'm trying to go with this in a second. But when you look at Circle, we'll take a look here and see what's up. What's up, Ken? What's up, my brother? Good morning, good early afternoon to you. So Circle's IPO launched right around $30, came on the stock market after the IPO, went to about launched at about 50, right? Let me pull this back a month. It hasn't been out a month yet. So came out around 50, right? Sitting firmly at $227 right now. Look at the rise of this thing, right? Look at where Circle is. This is that stablecoin USDC, right? So look at the rise of that stablecoin. Just since its launch on the stock market, right? That thing has been on an absolute rocket ship, right? And so you see eToro doubled in price. So you see Circle's absolutely on a rocket ship to the upside, right? Then you come over here, you look at Coinbase, right? Let's look at Coinbase. Let's see where Coinbase stock is right now. When we look at Coinbase, about $355 right now. Moonshot to the upside, right? So moonshot for Coinbase over $300, right? Look at this thing, just absolutely moving, right? So you've got eToro, one of the biggest exchanges, one of the biggest exchanges in crypto. You got Circle, which is one of the biggest stable coins in cryptocurrency, and you have Coinbase, which is the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the United States and one of the biggest in the world, all on absolute rocket ships on the market, right? On the stock market. And then we'll come over here. We'll throw in IBIT, which is the biggest ETF out there for Bitcoin, which is BlackRock's ETF for Bitcoin, right? And we'll look at this thing. We'll pull this thing back 6 months. Look at that rocket ship. This thing launched. We got in right around $20-something, right? So about $60 right now. It's in at $60.89, right? On an absolute monster rocket ship, right? So when you look at these things, right? When we look at these things, what does this tell us, right? What does this tell me? This tells me that cryptocurrency is absolutely taking the stock market by storm, and everything involved with cryptocurrency is on the move when it comes to the stock market, right? And this is why your ETFs are so important. We can go look at the Ethereum ETF. It was putting out seven, about 7 to 10 million. It's about 7 to 10 million a day. It's up to about 17 million a day now. So this tells you that the stock market is taking hold of what's going on in cryptocurrency, and they're really starting to move these stocks, right? So this is great for cryptocurrency because it gives it legitimacy, and it looks when we look at it, um, when we look at it, we can say, all right, here we are, and basically you have arrived. S&P already up over 6K. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The S&P is looking at, they're trying to start set new all-time highs, like in this market, right? In this market where the macroeconomics are terrible, right? We don't know what's coming with tariffs, don't know what's coming with with Iran, don't know any of that, right? But here we are, right? And these markets are on fire. You look at it, it's $6,147 right now. Definitely a move to the upside, right? So these markets are absolutely on fire, right? This is great for risk on assets because when we're dealing with crypto and things like that, when we're dealing with risk on assets, you want the stock markets to be high because that means people are risk on. That means people are risk on, baby. So yeah, we love what the stock market's doing, but just take a look at the cryptocurrency stocks that are on the stock market. They are on fire, which means that legitimacy is here for crypto. And this is what everybody's been talking about, everybody's been fighting for, everybody's been looking at is legitimacy, and it's here. And it's only going to get stronger. That's the thing. So imagine what like a spot XRP ETF will do, right? If you got Ethereum doing about 17 million a day, right? What is an XRP ETF going to do? Even if it does, starts to do 7 million for a little bit, and then it goes up to 17 and then 20 and then 30, it's moving. $1 trillion will be added to the market cap in 2026. I agree. I think that we will, and I think that a lot of these ETFs that are coming out are going to add to that market cap. Because remember, when you get a spot ETF, and this is what people forget all the time, is that when you get a spot ETF, you have to have the cryptocurrency to back the spot ETF, right? So it's a 1-for-1, right? So you got to have that currency sitting in there to back the ETF, which is why you see the inflows and outflows every day. So think about a Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP spot ETF, Solana, so on and so forth. Well, all of that stuff is moving by the second, right? So if you get a big increase in, let's say, a Solana ETF, a spot ETF, guess what? That means that market maker has to go out there on the open market and buy Solana. It's gonna move the price up or down. But I think it's going up. Trend says it's going up, right? So you're talking billions and billions of dollars being moved on a daily basis. So when we get over here, we look at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. When we streamed on Monday, this thing was struggle. This thing was on a struggle buggy bus, right around 37, right? So it's coming back up to 48. We come back up into neutral. We were in fear, right? Everybody was scared. Everybody was running. We weren't running. We weren't running. We weren't scared. We're saying, where's our opportunity? So we're taking advantage of our opportunities, right? Sitting at 48. You look at altcoin season sitting at 17 out of 100. When we streamed on Monday, this was 14 out of 100. So we're starting to make that climb back up, right? What's good, Selmo? Selmo's always good, Glenn. You got the cryptocurrency market cap sitting at 3.29 trillion. A little bit of a pullback this morning, but we're going to get into why this pullback is happening. This slight pullback. But when you look at 3.29 trillion, hell, we were at 3.11 trillion on Monday. So that's a lot of billions. That's like $18 billion coming into the market in 2 days. Just think about that for a minute. That's $18 billion coming into the market in 2 days, right? Look at this ETF yesterday. Look at the ETF volume yesterday. Absolutely crazy. Bitcoin put $588 million, $588.6 million through its ETF to the positive side, right? And Ethereum put about 71 million through, about $71.3 million through its ETF, which brings us to a positive volume of about 655.9, call it $660 million of positive volume coming through them ETFs, which is absolutely amazing. Massive liquidity to market cap. Yeah, massive. David, massive. And it's coming. There's going to be a shit ton of liquidity coming in this market, and it's going to be coming pretty quick when these ETFs start to come out. Scottish, there's my boy. What's up, Scottish? Good morning to you. But yeah, the liquidity that's about to come in this market's about to be massive with these ETFs, and you can see it. Look at these ETF movement straight to the upside right there, right? And then you come over here and you look at Bitcoin's price, 107. Well, who's moving that market cap? Who's moving that market cap the way that market cap's moving? Well, it's the ETFs that are moving that market cap, right? You look at Ethereum, put all that money through its market cap yesterday. Look at the chart. It went straight up, starting to trade sideways this morning, but $2,426. The ETFs are moving that. They're the ones that are moving that market cap. So definitely love to see that price action come in, that liquidity come in, all of that stuff come in. This is the real deal. This is big boy shit here. This isn't for SPX 6900. I hope you bought the dip, Scottish. I hope you bought that dip, dog. I bought it. Nice start. Yeah, Scottish, nice start. It definitely is a nice start. XRP is going to pump when the spot ETF comes out. When the spot ETF comes out, you're going to see this. You're going to see the pump. You look at it. We're looking at these spot ETFs right now. What are we looking at? We're looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Pretty soon, you'll see Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, HBAR. That's what you'll be looking at up there on top. That's exactly what you'll be looking at. And you'll see these candles right here. And we hover over top of them, and they say Bitcoin, Ethereum, and they'll say Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, HBAR. And we'll be looking at the positive or negative movement on each one of them every day. But XRP is going to pump on the spot. ETF pumps. Because XRP's market cap, it needs that. Because the retail investors aren't going to move this market cap too much. But institutional investors will send that market cap. We could. We could. Once I'll look at that tonight, Big Watch. I'll get a good source for it, and then we'll track it, and then maybe I can pull it up. On TradingView. We'll try to pull it up on TradingView and see what they have going on over there. But yo, yeah. So this market looks good. But when these spot ETFs come out for XRP, Solana, and HBAR, massive movement. Look at the Bitcoin dominance in that 64.7%. Look at that Bitcoin dominance is still extremely high. So we're definitely still in Bitcoin season, right? But more importantly, look at the Ethereum dominance, 8.9%, starting to tip back up to that 9% range, right? This thing was 7% when we streamed on Monday. Like Ethereum was getting pounded, right? But starting to come back up to 7.9%, which is absolutely phenomenal. Want to see this Ethereum dominance come up so that these altcoin dominances can move as well. All right. So the altcoin dominance isn't moving until the Ethereum dominance moves. So definitely like that. Let's get over here on chain. Let's see which chains are killing it and which chains are not killing it so much. So we got BSC sitting at $5.5 billion, 24-hour trading volume. BNB is just smoking everybody right now. It looks like they're getting the most volume 24 hours. And they have been for a while. So not even close, right? Ethereum sitting at 1.9 billion. Not bad for Ethereum, sitting at 1.9 billion, 24-hour trading volume. Got Solana sitting at 1.6. So Ethereum and Solana are kind of battling it out right now. 1.6 on Solana. You got Base 1.05 billion. Base is moving up. Usually Base is under $1 billion when the market's down. So Base is starting to gain a little bit of ground, but we got this Arbitrum sitting at 38.62 million. I like Arbitrum. I think Arbitrum is gonna make a nasty move this bull run. There's a feeling I have that Arbitrum is just gonna make this nasty move. So we'll see. But there's your top chains right there. BSC has got the most volume by far. It's not even close, man. They must be launching a crap ton of meme coins over there and just sending them. And just absolutely sending them. Ken says, "What's up, Big Watch Dude?" Coming over here, look at some of the bubbles, see what's going on. You got Pi up 15.1% on the day. You got Say up 9.2%. 9.2%, not bad there. Aptos has been killing it for 2 days now, up 11.5%. Aptos, when you look at Aptos, I don't know who's in Aptos. I don't own any Aptos, but you look at this, pull it back a week, these 2 days right here, been absolutely on a monster run. They must be launching something over there. Got Hype. We talk about Hype all the time. I think this project's going to change the way people trade DeFi. This is everything that DeFi was supposed to be: your longs, your shorts, your spots, everything that DeFi was supposed to be. And it looks and feels like a centralized exchange. I just wish you could use it in the United States, but it's probably coming. But you look at this thing. We started talking about this thing at about $17, man. This thing's up at 38. And the market was down and it never went below $30. So definitely Hyperliquid is it's been on a rocket ship, man, and it's doing well. And I just wish that they would release it in the United States because it's everything that we want in DeFi, right? It looks and feels like a centralized exchange. It does its thing, and it's all DeFi. You look at SPX 6900 up another 6.7% on the day, back up to $1.30, $1.33. I bought the dip on this one at about 90 something cents again. You guys know I've been buying SPX 6900 like crazy, through this whole bear market, and then I bought more on this last downturn. This thing's just stable. When it comes to meme coins, it's one of the most stable. Jasmine's making a comeback here at 1.35 cents. Definitely making a comeback from the pullback. So when you look at pull it back over the week, not too bad. Not too bad there. They had a big dip when everything else had a big dip, and we went in because we ain't scared. Because we ain't scared. That's why. Crow. I loaded up a little bit on Crow. Sitting at 8 cents. Hasn't had the biggest comeback since since we had that Iran Israel issue. Hasn't had the biggest comeback, but remember, Crow's a slow mover, so it's going to take a little bit more for it to come back than a little bit than everybody else. Crow's just kind of moving along slowly, right? But definitely, market looks really good today. Look at BS. Look at Bitcoin 106,999, trying to push that 107. Got up there, starting to pull back a little bit. Ethereum starting to pull back a little bit. Expect to pull back, just a slight pullback today, and we'll look at the charts here in a minute. You guys will understand why I say that. But definitely expect that. Let's see. Let's get right into it. You got your total three sitting over here at $825 billion. I mean, $1 million right now. I mean, billion. It's billion. 825 billion right now. But look at where look at where the RSIs are. This is going to be just a slight problem today, right? It is way overbought. Sitting up here at the top, right? Sitting up here at the top of that. Expect that pullback a little bit. And people start to sell off. You can see when it comes to the RSI, the stochastic RSI, every time these cross, you get to these overbought territories, it's going to come back down. It's going to come back down, just slightly, just ever so slightly. No, you don't really hear a lot of Crow news anymore. Big Watch, you really don't. You really don't hear a lot of Crow news anymore. But I still think they're gonna run. I think they got an opportunity here. They're starting to get into some of the futures markets and launch some of that stuff. And I think they're gonna try to get into a little bit of the stocks as well. So I think they got a chance, right? Check Blaze. I've seen Blaze before. It's the Blaze TBL. We don't want that. Well, actually, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Oh, it's not going to bring it up for me. I wanted to see their TBL, but it's not going to bring me the chart. Why isn't this? Not going to bring it. Why is this not bringing this up? It's blockchain, so it should be bringing it up. What's the ticker on Blaze? I think we got it. It's this one, right, David? Yeah, Curtis. So many people forget about the RSI. RSI is the number one indicator. It should be your number one indicator. Uh, Boys, we'll check out boys. All right, so I think that this is Blaze right here. I think this is the one we're looking at. Later heat, later my boy. Oh, you're all good. You're all good, David. No worries, man. But yeah, I think this is it right here. 507568. It's got 507568. Let's have a look. Volume 7.16K. No, not bad for volume. That's 700K. It's on base. Total supply 100 billion. How much is in circulating though? That's the key. Looks like they got almost everything in circulation, which is good because that means there's no dilution. Means there's no dilution. That's good. I would. It looks like it came out, had a nice run up here to about 5090. 5090. So that's a slight pullback here. It looks like it's coming out of their pullback. So it looks like if you're in it, David, it looks like it would be a good time. Because it looks like it launched, it had a nice run up, had nice volume, kept a good amount of volume, dropped, had its pullback after launch, had its pullback, which is normal, and had a pullback all the way to 5048, but held the 50 mark, and is now sitting at 5075. So it looks like it's holding the 50s pretty well. Even on its pullback after launch, it didn't give back a zero, which is good, which is definitely good. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see anything give back a zero. So as long as it's not giving back a zero, you can play around with that. You can play around with that. But when we come over here, Scottish, and we're gonna get to let's see if we can get to boys from here without pulling up boys. FK. Let's see if we can. Is it any of these? I wonder. Probably not. It's probably not out there yet on that one. It's probably not out on TradingView yet. So let's go ahead. Let's try to. I'm looking for boys, man. I wish StreamYard would let me click on a link from here. I think I might have seen it. Scottish, I'm looking for it. FCK. Let's do it like this. 925. Oh, see. Is it this one, Scottish? I think it's probably here. Probably here. Market cap 3.3 million. So not a bad market cap. Holders 2.34K. Ooh, love the holder count. 2.34K. Love the holder count there. Love that holder count. It's almost a SHIB. SHIB has SHIB's got. I think SHIB's got a 10x in it this run. Thanks, Junior. Yo, man. Thanks a lot, man. So love the holder count at 2.34K right now. Total 24 hour volume. 24-hour volume, 63.86K. That's a good volume. It's good volume. Total supply, call it a billion. I hate when people do that. 999.9 million. It's a billion. Billion total supply. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. How long has this one been out? Hasn't been out that long. Where are we on the daily? Yeah, hasn't necessarily been out that long either. Nice run to the upside. I'd wait for a pullback on this. Chopping sideways right now. I think we're gonna watch this one. We'll watch that one. We're chopping sideways right now. I would wait. You had a red candle yesterday. If this one drops red again at any point during the day, I would jump in. If anybody's interested in jumping in this, I would jump in if this candle drops red today. And then and then that thing looks like it's chopping sideways and ready to go. What's he talking about? I'm talking about this FCK 925. Grab 100. Scott says grab a bag of 100. Scottus likes this one. Scottus likes this one. He likes this play. He likes this play right here. What do we wrap it with here? We wrapped these here. I think so. Solana. This is Solana play. I like it. It looks good. This play looks good. This meme coin right here looks really good. Really solid. Looks solid. Like I said, I'd wait for that slight dip back. I'd actually pull this one back. I'd pull this one back probably to the hour. I'd pull this one back to the hour. Wait for a pullback in the hourly chart and jump in. Any pullback on the hourly, I'll jump in. Because that thing looks decent on the hour too. Looks like they're eating up every dip that comes in. You had a dip here. Looks like they ate it. Had a dip here. Looks like they ate it. Had a good sized dip here, and this is where the market fell. And it looks like they tried their best to eat up some of that. Came back up to the support zone right here. So, and then had another fall. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. I don't think that the new market structure bill mess with meme coins too much. I think that they're going to try to steer clear of that for now, just because it's not in their interest, right, to really mess with meme coins right now. So I think meme coins will be okay. Will they survive? Will they survive long term when it comes to even more structure? I don't know. Yeah, full of energy today. Good morning, Elmo. Good morning, brother. How are you? Elmo, the ultimate degen is in the house. I think meme coins will be fine. Slow down, man. Yeah, I think with the market structure bill coming out, they're really trying to figure out who's going to regulate what. Big watch. I think it'll fall under the. I think ultimately crypto is going to fall under the commodities. The commodities piece. I think it'll be fine. But I think meme coins will survive. But eventually there will be some guardrails set up around meme coins. Eventually, I don't think it'll happen right off the bat. I think you're going to get your stable coin bill regulation, and then you're going to get and then you'll get your guardrails for who's going to regulate crypto, whether it's the SEC or the commodity side. I think it'll probably end up being the commodity side, and then from there you'll get even more clarity as to what they're going to allow and what they're not. So I think meme coins will survive probably one or two more bull runs before they really start to drill down on them. And I don't know how you can drill down on it. It's DeFi, right? Like, how do you stop it, right? Like that's the issue, right? How do you stop it? Uh, so when we come over here and look at Sol sitting at 146.17 right now. Uh, and let's we get back to this RSI, right? I want you guys to kind of understand what I'm looking at and why I say we may have a slight pullback today. Because when you're looking at these RSIs, and we can go down through a lot of them, but um, it looks like everything is overbought right now. You see the RSI up top here. It looks like everything's overbought. You always have to come back down here when it's overbought. You always come back down here to oversold, right? And then you make your next move up. You see the RSI was oversold here. You come up here on the chart, it makes a run to the upside, right? And this is where we are now. It's overbought. It'll come back down to being oversold, and it'll make a bigger run, right? You come same here, right? You look at here, you move up the chart, it's oversold, moves up here to overbought. This is the stochastic RSI flips. When these two lines cross each other, it flips, starts to come back down. It means momentum is coming down, and you go back into an oversold, overbought, right? So just for an FYI information thing, what I like to do is, you see these moving averages, right? When I'm playing the market and I'm longing and shorting them, when I'm long in the market, right? I don't short the market that often, right? But when I long the market, I don't buy when it's underneath. I won't put in a long when it's underneath these moving averages, right? I'll wait for it to kind of break. Solana's in a perfect situation. That's kind of why we're looking at it right now. I'll wait for it to break, right? Which it kind of broke. I'm waiting for it to break above this last moving average right here. And once it breaks above it and it goes to an oversold territory, that's when I'll put in a long right there, and I'll sit on it about a month or so. I like to sit on my longs for a month or better, right? So you see when this thing is going to drop back down into these averages right here, you'll see it'll start to get sold off. It'll drop back down into these averages, and then it'll start to make its next move back up. And that's why I use this stochastic RSI. And when do you sell them? When do you get out? You get out right here at the tops. Once these cross, you get out. Get out of your long positions. And if you don't believe me, you just look at history. Oversold, boom, to the top. Overbought, they cross, comes down. Same here, oversold, moves to the top, right there, right here. They cross, comes down. You can rinse and repeat this thing all the way through this whole chart, right? All the way through. It happens every single time, the way that it's supposed to. So look for that. Look for that today. You even get Bitcoin. Bitcoin's in a very much of a overbought territory right now. Like, a lot of people are buying it. You look at it, it's going sideways right now. It's overbought. It's going to pull back down in here into these moving averages. It'll pull back down. It'll go to oversold, and then boom, it'll make its next move to the upside, right? Sitting at 107.1 right now. So what this is today could possibly be a trap, right? Because it's so overbought right now, and it continues to move to the upside. This thing definitely could come back down in here to the moving averages, which is around 105, and then start to make its next move back up. So don't be surprised if you get a pullback. Yeah, Selma, as I was saying earlier, I was asking you how you were doing, man, because we have a heat wave here too, man. It's muggy. The heat doesn't bother me. It's the mugginess that bothers me. So yeah, so watch this RSI, and I'm working on and it won't be ready probably until winter time, but I'm working on a Telegram group where all of this stuff will be automated, and there will be buy and sell signals on here. And I'm trying to get the Telegram alerts and everything set up to where these things, every time one of these cross on like a daily, a monthly, and a weekly, it'll send an alert to that TG group and say, hey, look, this cross, that cross, this green, that's red, and just every time one of them cross, it'll give a alert. But that's a tough thing. So it'll probably be winter time before that happens. Thought on Sui? Love Sui. James, thought on Sui, love Sui. I'm invested in that project. I think Sui's gonna make a massive, massive run in this bull run. I think it's one of my top picks for one of the top new blockchain movers. I think it's going to make some waves. And I think a lot of meme coin projects are going to start launching over there, and it's going to get a lot of value. But you can even use the RSI on stocks, right? It's the same thing. We'll pull Apple up, and you can look at it the same way, right? You pull Apple up, look at Apple. Apple's getting ready to go into the oversold. It crossed, and you can start to watch it come down this morning. You can start. It's oversold. I mean, it's overbought here. you can see the cross now. You can start to see it come down. So it's no different. You use the same thing on stocks. You see it's oversold here, went to overbought. Now it's starting to come back down. It'll come back down to oversold. And you get in down here. This is where you want to start buying down here. You don't want to be buying up here when the RSI is up here. That's where we're selling. It's not where we're buying. Pepe, same thing. You look at it, came back right down into these moving averages. Looks like it's definitely overbought right here. Look for Pepe to come down to about right. Where is it at? 4 zeros 1 0. Look for it to come back down into about 5 zeros 9, 9 7, 9 8 to make its next move to the upside. Definitely love where Pepe is right now. Starting to set higher lows and higher highs. So from that pullback, so I love it. Speaking of Sui, here we are, right? Here we are. Definitely overbought, just like the rest of the whole market's overbought. So it's at its cross. It's going to start working its way down. It's probably going to pull back to this last EMA right here to about 260, somewhere up in there. It'll make a next move to the upside, but like where it's sitting right now, this is that nasty pullback we had right here. This is a 4-hour chart, so this is that nasty pullback that we had from when the war started to break out, and then you start to see it work its way back up, right? We're starting to see that big work back up. Same with XRP. You see XRP starting to work. It's busted through all of its moving averages, started to come back up since that's pullback. But you can see what we're talking about with XRP. You can see that cross that happened right there. Now it's starting to work its way back down. Definitely overbought, starting to work its way back down to oversold. So look for XRP right around 210 today. 215 today. Sitting at 219. Look for it about 215 today. You'll probably see it. You'll see it oversold right around 215, and then start to make its move to the upside after that. Ondo, 77 cents. Not doing too bad. Ondo's just kind of hanging, right here. 77 cents has been a problem for Ondo for a while. It's got to break through that. Airdrome. You guys know I love the Airdrome. High on Airdrome. I think Airdrome's gonna make a lot of people a lot of money this run. That's just my opinion. Just a guy sitting behind the stream, but you can see it starting to work its way back down. Sitting at 83 cents right now. Probably gonna come down around around 79 cents, and then start to make a move back up. So use your RSIs, guys. Your stochastic RSIs give you an entry point, get you an entry point, right? Uh, SPX 6900. This is my project, but you can see it's definitely going sideways here at oversold at 136. Look for this thing to come down about 129. Look for it to come down about 129, and then move, and then make a nice move to the upside. But what are we looking at? What are we looking at today with these markets? We're looking at today 107. Bitcoin's working its way back up to 107. Bitcoin today may defy logic and just keep running. Who the hell knows? Bitcoin just runs. But it's in at 107.2 right now. It's definitely moving. Got to get Ethereum back up to 2,500. Sitting at $2,429. Got to get that thing back up to 2,500. It'll get there. I think the ETFs will kick in around 9:30 this morning. Ethereum will make a nice run this morning. I do believe that. XRP, like I said, we got to let people sell off on this hot market. And that's what's going to happen today. People are going to start selling off a little bit on this hot market, but it will bounce. It'll bounce today. Cardano, 58 cents, working its way back up to 60 cents. Definitely looking good. I did buy more Cardano on the downturn, but bought more. I think the United States government is going to get in with a Cardano over here. I think they're going to use it. I don't know in what shape or fashion, but they're going to use it. They're talking to them a little bit too much for them not to use it. Like we said, Sui sitting there at that 2.79, $2.79. Definitely got to work its way back up to that $3 mark, where it was before. Chainlink sitting at $13.28 right now. Chainlink slowly working its way back up. Like where Chainlink is. I bought the dip here at about $11 and some change. Leo, $8.98. Pulled back a little bit yesterday. Leo's kind of a crazy project. Sometimes it runs when the rest of the market's down and pulls back when the rest of the market is up. It's one of them ones that it runs by itself. Curtis says you hope I'm right. You hope I'm right about what, Curtis? What's up with that? What's up with that midnight token? I don't know. I don't know what's up with that midnight token from Cardano. I hear about it, but like Cardano, the one thing that scares me a little bit about Cardano, and why I say I buy it on a downturn, and I do, and the only reason I buy it when it's down is because they don't have a lot of trading over there, right? And I don't think that they want a lot of projects trading over there. I think they're really going for institutions, right? And I don't know. It's crazy, It's Elmo says Selmo, but yeah, I think they're really shooting for institutions. Charles says you got airdrop at the XRP holders. How much did he say how much they were going to airdrop? Is it going to be like a 0.01 for every one XRP you're holding. I don't know if he came out with numbers, but Cardano cross-chained with Bitcoin, so you can actually buy and sell Bitcoin on the Cardano network cross-chain. You can actually hook right into the BTC network. He didn't say. Yeah, I didn't think he did, but I do like Cardano. I think one of the problems I have with Cardano is I want them to fully open up their blockchain. Like, you're seeing so little of what that blockchain can do. And I think once he fully opens it up and really starts to show people how big and extensive that blockchain is, that's when people are going to take a step back and go, oh, geez, maybe we missed this. Maybe this one's a little bit different. Maybe this is for institutions. And when I say institutions, maybe this is for businesses, right? Maybe this is for the government. Maybe this is for businesses. Maybe this is about moving them RWAs. Maybe this is big enough to handle all that. But yeah, market looks good. Pi Network's coming back. 62 cents right now. Pi's coming back. Hope you guys are all mining Pi. It's coming back. It's making a move. And make sure you KYC. Don't lose your Pi. Make sure you KYC. STX sitting at 68 cents too. That's that layer 2 that's sitting on top of Bitcoin. The more and more I start to hear about this, the more and more I read about stacks. I bought stacks on that pullback because I think it's gonna run. What's wrong with Pi, Elmo? What's wrong with Pi? Why are you mad at Pi, man? They ain't do nothing to you. It's starting to make a comeback. It's up to 68 cents. If you would have bought it at 50 cents, you would have got to that dollar mark the other day. Like, you would have did a double up. Pi didn't do nothing to you. Oh, only baby oil, no KYC. Oh, you messing with Diddy? Diddy's got a stockpile of baby oil over there. He's selling at a discount. He can't take that where he's going. So we'll run through some of this real quick with you guys over here, just on X on Watcher Guru, and give you my thoughts. CZ says, CZ says, whoever sold the crypto in the last downturn are weak hands and need some coaching. Hey, it is what it is. But right here, Jerome Powell says that banks are now free to utilize cryptocurrency within their banks any way that they so choose, as long as they can back it up, right? Big move, big change from prior administration to where the prior administrations were, where they were trying to tell banks that they could never use cryptocurrency. And why you would want your bank to custodial your Bitcoin and Ethereum, I don't know. But we have a lot of older people who don't know or aren't up on new technology or comfortable with new technology that would probably want their banks to custodian. That's cool. As long as they're buying it and pumping my bags, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. You got Cynthia Loomis, she's always pushing crypto regulations through Congress. And she's saying they're ready to confirm they're ready to have cryptocurrency clarity regulations, which I'm all in favor of. Go ahead, put some regulations out there. Let's go ahead and end this debate and end this conversation. I'm all for it. Just pass it. Just pass it, right? over on the Pi Network. You can get 160% for staking. Yeah, if you're mining Pi, you should be staking it over there as well. And you can get the more the longer you stake it for, the more you're gonna get. And really, Pi is not in a situation where it's probably really gonna capitalize in this bull run right now. It's probably not gonna reach its potential in this bull run. So why not stake it away, right? And here's one of the biggest things that I was watching the other day is Vlad from Robinhood, and we all know like he's a monster when it comes to these regulations and moving and buying and selling crypto. And he runs Robinhood, so this is no slouch we're talking about. He came out and said that cryptocurrency will be the new fiat yesterday on CNBC. I don't know. Maybe he might. I don't know. It's kind of like the whole. It's kind of like the news, right? They with the wars and stuff, and everything they want you to know. They kind of foreshadow these things coming. You can kind of the writings on the wall. You can kind of foresee it coming, and then they drop it on you after they condition you to make you feel like it. The way that they want you to feel. So, but Vlad came out and said it yesterday that this is it's probably going to be the new fiat. You can also swap. Yeah, they got a swap over there on the Pi Network. I think Pi's biggest run is probably going to be the next bull run. I think they'll have a nice run this bull run, but I don't think that. I think that their full potential is going to come out the next bull run. You got Chainlink right here, linking up with MasterCard now. So, Chainlink's still doing everything that it needs to do. Links up with MasterCard. I was watching CNBC the other day, yesterday as well. You had the guy from Visa on there saying that they were, as soon as the stablecoin bill rolls out, that they're ready to start really moving stablecoins across Visa as well. So, it's no surprise, right, that one of the biggest stable coins on the market, right, is sitting at $200 something on the United States stock market, right? Do you think that this is any coincidence, right, that Circle, which we got in the IPO, y'all, at $30 something, is now sitting at $226, right? We got in at 30, sitting at 226, right? Do you think it's any coincidence that this thing is absolutely taken off and sitting at $226? One of the biggest stable coins on the market. It's not a coincidence. It's because this is going to be the new way of making payments. We went through that article the other day where Walmart and Amazon are talking about utilizing stablecoins because they don't want to pay Visa and MasterCard's charges anymore. And this is a way for them guys to save billions and billions of dollars. So is it, like I said, is it any coincidence that this thing is up to $225 and launched at $30, right? It's almost a give or take $5, right? That's a $200 per share gain. That's a massive return. Massive. If you know what you know, then you know what you know. It just is what it is. You could see this one. Stevie Wonder could have seen this one coming. And this is on the stock market. This isn't even on the cryptocurrency market. We're trading stocks over here with that big of a gain. So, all right, guys. With that, we're gonna get up out of here and take one last look at this market. We're gonna get up out of here for the day. It's been a great day. It's been a great day, great stream. Look at Pi's up 16.3% today. It was up 15% when we started, so we're up another percent. Absolutely moving. On the move again. On the move again. Pi is definitely on the move again. And what else do we got moving in the top 200 today? SPX 6900 up 6.9% on the day. Moving. What do we got on the hour? Because the hour looks green, and we love to see the hour because we love to see who's coming this morning, who's bringing the heat this morning. You got IMX. We talked a lot about IMX. You guys know I own IMX. Up 3.1%, up 3.1% on the hour. So just in the hour, it's up that 3.1%. What else do we got moving? Pi's up 2% on the hour. So it's definitely, Say's up 0.8%. Caspa waking up from the dead, up 3.2% on the hour. Arbitron 1.5% on the hour. So market looks good. Market looks like it's going to take off today. Big watch, dude. Market looks good, big watch. So hope we're all making money today. Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's making money. Everything looks like it's going to move to the positive direction this morning. Stock market looks good. Crypto market looks good. Looks like, the S&P is probably going to break a new all-time high today. Look at that. Even the Dow, when we started, the Dow Jones was in red. It flipped to green. So it's in the positive. Looks like the S&P is going for an all-time high. Look like the NASDAQ is going to open up pretty well. So like I said, even in the midst of all this chaos, right, and all this nonsense that we're dealing with out here in the world, right, the stock market just doesn't care. They just don't care. It's unaffected by everything. I think that they're just to the point now where they're just used to the chaos and they're just pricing it in. They just don't care, which is good. It's great. Dow Jones, of course, I said the Dow Jones was green. Now it just flipped back to red. It's teetering on the edge on us. But, they're just completely unaffected. So, that's actually a good thing for us. So, let's hope it stays that way because we know that we're going to probably wake up today and by noon we'll probably hear some ridiculousness somewhere about something, and the markets just don't react, and that's good. So let's all make some money today. Make that money. I'll be back at you guys on Friday morning. Let's do our thing. Get paid, but make sure you spend some time with your family as well, and go touch some grass, baby. So we're up out of here. See you guys on Friday. Bye.